Hey everybody, what's going on? What's happening? What's up, y'all? This your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect. So I just want to talk to y'all real quick, okay? So I won't be very long because I don't get to do my videos as often as I used to, but I will make it my business to come back later on. Noise. All right, so I will make it my business to come back later on today to do more videos, right? But today's topic, I just want to ask y'all a question. Or, it was just something that I had to think about. What if mathematics was invented? What if math was man-made? What if math was man-made? And this is my response to the video that was done by Brother Ace, also known as African Creation Energy. So he did a video about the Indigenous Scientists and how they go about bring about scientific approach, etc. So he was talking about the indigenous culture, indigenous people, and how they brought about scientific approach. And he mentioned about mathematics. So he said, now, what if math was man-made? What if math was invented? So if math was invented and it was man-made, that means that all of the components of math cannot be 100% true. And I see where his argument coming from, because if we think about it, right, just think about it. Let's just say, for example, right, uh, when we talk about integers, and when we talk about irrational numbers, so when we deal with integers and irrational numbers, right, that means that irrational numbers can deal with decimals, it can deal with fraction, and all of that. So when you deal with decimal and fraction, that's basically mean that it's incomplete, meaning that it's not an absolute number. So that means that it's close to, or it's approximately. So either it's close or it's approximately to that absolute number. So when we talk about the Earth, for example, right, they say the Earth is 3.5 billion years old. So if the Earth is 3.5 billion years old, that means you have to round that number up to like close to 4 billion, right? So if you round that number up to close to 4 billion, then you'll get the answer that is close to 4 billion. So that means that scientists don't even know exactly how old the Earth is. So because they can't give you the exact number, so they can only give you the approximate, right? Same with the universe. If the universe was 13.5 billion years old, that means that you have to round it up to the nearest tenth. So the nearest tenth or the nearest ones will be 14 billion approximately. So that means that they cannot give you the exact answer. They can't give you the absolute answer to say that, oh, the Earth is actually 13 billion years old. They can only say it's 13.5 billion because they don't know exactly how old it is, what I'm saying, as far as the absolute is concerned. So they giving you the closest number. So in a sense, math could be invented, right? And math can also not be 100% accurate, because again, you're dealing with decimals and you're dealing with irrational numbers and integers, right? And then when you got negative numbers, that number are below zero, because zero is the highest number. So when you look on the scale, right, and anything that's negative, that means it's below zero. So that means that those numbers are irrelevant. Those numbers don't have any significance to it if it's below zero. So that means is irrelevant, right? Right? Because zero is a whole number, but when you got zero, that means it represents nothing. And then we also have to look at it like this. Math is also like a pattern, like sequence. So let's just say when you have the whole number deals with 0 all the way on down to 9. Okay? And then you have to repeat that number again, right? You take that 1 and then you add it in front of 1, and then you add it in front, you add it in front of 0, then you add it in front of 1, then you add it in front of 2, add it in front of 3, etc., etc. Go all the way down. That gives you what? The tens. So you got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, right? Right. So then you got 2, right? Right. Somebody put not true. Negative numbers play a big role in engineering. Okay, so if negative number plays a big role, then what? It just okay. Then if it plays a big role, then why is it less than zero? Why is it less than zero? If it plays a big role, that means that it's less than zero. So that means that you really ain't getting nothing out of it. Is a negative number, right? So, because if zero don't gives you nothing, then what does a negative number gives you? Nothing. It's just like if you have a negative balance in your account, that means that you have nothing. That means that you below the zero amount, right? Right? Makes sense. I mean, just think about it. So, in a sense, I can see why math can be invented. You know what I'm saying? I can see that math can be invented because, again, you deal with irrational and decimals. And then also, when we look at the definition of math, math is basically means to study, learn, and that's it. Like polymath. So polymath is somebody who is well studied in various subjects. Philomath is someone who loves to learn and study. So math deals with learning and having knowledge and studying something, right? And particularly you're studying with numbers. And math is dealing with logic and reasoning. So you basically coming up with the logic and reasoning. So they say numbers don't lie. And we all agree with that, but then think about it. Can numbers lie if it's not accurate? Can numbers lie if it's not absolute? Can numbers lie? That's something to really think about. I mean, that's something that many of us have to question. Can numbers lie? Can numbers be absolute? Well, it can't be absolute if you're dealing with decimals and fraction. It can't be absolute. You know, these just my thoughts. So if you guys get a chance to, make sure you guys go check out the YouTube channel, right, and look up African Creation Energy. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can type it in here. Nah, I probably can't type it in here. But anyways, yeah, when you guys get a chance to look up African Creation Energy and look up the video that he did about Indigenous Scientists, okay? And he goes into like the 4 myths. He deals with the rational myths, etc. And he talks about intuitionism. And he deals with the discussion of math and goes into how the indigenous people pretty much use math as a way to formulate their scientific ideology, thoughts, etc. All right. So I thought it was a pretty decent video, and I think that this will bring about a good conversation to have regarding to the subject about math. And that's just my thought on it. How I know so much about some of this stuff is because I used to be into math. I used to love math. You know what I'm saying? I was a math person. So, yes, I used to be into algebra. You know what I'm saying? Trigonometry and stuff like that. So I was into all that stuff. I know, you know, I know some basics and stuff like that. I know math here and there. But you know what I'm saying? That's always something that pops into mind. Now the biggest question, and I have to question myself, because I thought of this a long time ago. I thought that, well, the universe itself is mathematical. So if the universe itself is mathematical, then that means that it can be subjective, right? As far as how long it's been around, right? So what we dealing with is the subjectivity of math. If we talk about how mathematical the universe is, we're dealing with it from a subjective point of view, because we're not really dealing with the objective, because at this point we don't really know. We haven't been around long enough as humans to really give the objective. Excuse the background, but yeah, we have not been around long enough as humans to really know the objective of the universe, and we're still trying to figure out the universe itself, right? We're trying to figure out about how long it been here, what's behind this, you know, what's the dark matter, what's the dark energy, etc. So just like, you know, when we question about the Big Bang Theory, we also have to question, what is it really, is the universe really mathematical? And if it's mathematical, is it mathematical in the sense of subjectivity, or is it mathematical in the sense of objectivity, or is it mathematical in the sense of both? I know that's a loaded question, but just something that y'all can really think about. Yeah, just something y'all can really think about. But anyways, I gotta get going, y'all. I just wanted to go ahead and just throw that out there. But I'll probably do more about this subject later on. But I will go live later, so y'all just look forward to that, okay? And again, make sure y'all check out African Creation Energy. That's his channel. Check out his latest video that he did. Y'all gonna love it. I think that is very intriguing, very educational. He does a great analysis, great synopsis, all of that. Just make sure y'all check him out. All right, so until then, y'all take it easy. It's your girl Tip. I'm out. Peace and power and elevation. Thank you.